All right, May the 12th, Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. So we pulled the camper home the other night, and it's been sitting here in our driveway. I've been working on it. Unfortunately, we did get a mouse in it. Not too terribly bad, but we are cleaning that out. So working on some projects and doing some cleaning. So I'll give you an update on the projects and maybe do a little bit of walk around here too. So propane splitter. So originally my plan was to come down here after the regulators, put a T in here, and come out to the camp stove. I did it, and then when I went to test it, I realized that the camp stove uses a higher pressure fuel than what the camper does, so this regulator was lowering the pressure too much, and it wouldn't work for the camp stove. So redesign, here's what I came up with. So come out of the propane tank, and I can take it apart right here into a Y splitter manifold, and then this line goes into the camper and in. Now, one other good thing about this splitter is this is easier to take with me if we'd ever sell the camper too, because I can just disconnect here, hook directly up to the propane tank, and take this splitter out. Anyways, moving on. This side of the splitter, I do have a shut-off valve here, ball valve. Okay, so vertical is off, horizontal's on. Come down. I do have a cap on this. If I screw this cap off, now this threads here, this fitting matches those little 1 pound propane cylinders, and I have a flexible hose that I can hook on there, run over here to the corner, and I bought a small black folding table, plastic folding table set here with a camp stove. So that's what I have there. Unfortunately, I have to take this back apart because when I hook this up and turn the gas on, I found that this fitting is actually leaking gas on the tank side. It's not leaking on the manifold side where I put all these connections together. None of my connections are leaking. It's the connection between this and the tank and that gasket in there. So that's a manufacturer defect issue. So I'm gonna have to take this off of here, get a new one, put it back on, put it back together. But other than that, this I have not tested it because there's gas leaking, so I'm not gonna test it. But this will have high pressure come out of here. The Coleman camp stove has a regulator on it, so I'm not worried about that. I've hooked them up directly to 20 pound cylinders before. There's adapters for it. They do that all the time. And again, this way runs into the camper. So there's that project. I did roll the awning out and scrub that down a bit. It had some leaves stuck in it from last fall. So let's just do a walk around. Like I said earlier in a different video, this is an 18BH model. It's got a nice awning. There is a LED strip up there along the underside of the awning, so it's got a nice big porch light. Solid door. There's no window in it, but there's a screen door. Kitchen window. So single axle unit. Coming around the back side, I do have a ladder in here because I was gonna be working on that vent up top. I want to put a max air vent up top, but we've got the spare tire carrier, and then water heater. I need to work on that. That's where I want to put that that drain in. I do have a bumper hitch on there. I can go over what that's for here in a little bit later. We've got one storage, the electrical line, and a storage compartment there. That's underneath the bunk beds. Of course, our waste drains and all that good stuff. And then we've got another cargo bay there underneath the big bed. So we can take a walk inside. So inside the unit, and I apologize for the mess, we are working on cleaning it out, but there is a big queen-size bed in the front, air conditioner, shelf across the front, wardrobe closet with a couple of drawers. So we did add some string lights there underneath. They ran off a battery. I've got the box mounted there. That's just so that in the evening when we put the kids to bed, Samantha and I can turn on a little light and have enough light but not have the big overhead lights on. So turning this way, we've got the dinette there that folds down also into a bed. We don't utilize it, but if we needed to, there is another sleeping space. It does have a cabinet on the top. The kitchen side, I apologize, I've got this tore apart here. I am working on this, working on getting the sink in. I'll tell you more about that here in a little bit. But kitchen side, we've got a refrigerator, a couple of drawers. There's a pantry back there. The heater and electrical mains are back there. But a pantry, 2-burner cooktop. We'll be getting a new sink that I'm working on, and then primarily we've got, this is our countertop area is just on top of the refrigerator, but small, but it's enough. On the top side, we've got our control panel and such here. We've got the remote control for the air conditioner is on a Velcro piece, so we just kind of stick that up there, and that way it doesn't get lost. We've got radio, a couple upper storage cabinets, microwave, vent hood. I really like having a vent hood. Some of these small campers do not have a vent hood, but I really like having that. Again, pantry. Bathroom, small. It is literally toilet and shower, and that's it. But that's all we need. Back here we have the bunks. So we've got a bottom bunk. There's a window for that one. Top bunk does not have a window. These are almost the size of a twin size mattress, so they're a really good size bunk. Each bunk does have its own LED light, so there's plenty of light. I've also got the kids like having a night light, so I've got a focus camera. I've got a string light up here for each kid, one here and then one on the bottom bunk as well, so they have a little night light as well. So those are just ran off of AA batteries, but I don't anticipate those being here for a long time. As the kids get older, we can probably get rid of them. They're hung up with those 3M peel away strips, so they can be taken down without any harm. So not a big rig by any means. Our Chevy Traverse pulls it just fine. I would like to get a weight distribution hitch for it, but I don't see that happening right now. Funds are just not available for it, so hopefully maybe later on in the summer. No slide outs at all. It's simple hard-sided, and that's it. So which works great for us. Less to mess with, less to go wrong. I think we're gonna use it all of 5 or 6 times this summer, so I don't need all the bells and whistles. After all, mostly we sleep in it, and that's about it. So all right, well, I'm gonna continue on with projects, and let's keep going.